What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for NIO with the ticker symbol NIO. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So this is just going to be another chart analysis for NIO. I look at NIO twice a week, Monday and Wednesdays. So if you guys are interested in NIO chart analysis, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. So it looks like NIO, since last time I looked at it, which was, I believe it was Wednesday, last week Wednesday, you can see that NIO closed right around the $10.80 level, and since then we're kind of just went sideways for about several days now. So NIO is basically seeing some indecision in the market. So we're finding support at the mid $10 level, but we're not really being able to go up higher. So this is showing selling pressure. You can see that the sellers are definitely stronger than the bulls as of right now, because we saw a huge move up, a huge move down, and the bulls are unable to take it back up, not even halfway. So this is showing strength for the sellers because it's at the bottom of the move down. So this is showing strength for the sellers. However, we are finding support, and we do have earnings report estimated to be coming out before market open tomorrow. So that's definitely going to be throwing a wrench in the market. So it could be seeing a huge move up or down. What is more likely to occur? Obviously, nothing's 100% based on the earnings report, but since we're at support, there's a good chance that price will push up a little bit higher because we're at support and we haven't seen a large pullback yet. So there's a good chance price could pull back. If I were to say where, it's really hard to say. Maybe like in the high 11s, low 12s, if the move up is that large. But we can always still go down because, like I said before, this is showing some selling pressure. I'm just saying, if I were to guess which way price is going to go based on earnings, I would say it's going to go up. However, just because it goes up doesn't mean it's going to stay up. It can always just, continue down lower. Either way, that's what I'm expecting anyway, because since we saw this huge move down, this is technically one large leg. Market generally moves in twos. So since we have one large leg and price does a correction, something like this, there's a good chance for the second leg to form. For me to be bullish for NIO is to get back above the $13 level. The 1320, 1330 level, because now it's going to be acting as resistance. Before it was acting as support. There was a double bottom back here in March and May of 2022. Then we saw a double top right over here at the same price level. Price blew past that level, but it cannot find support there. We just pushed right through. So this was a failed breakout. So there's a good chance if we do come back up to this level, it will act as resistance for price to continue down lower. So for me to be bullish for NIO, for me to be really bullish, I guess you could say in the short term I am bullish because I'm expecting a bounce up because NIO is probably not going to continue this unsustainable move down. We're still overextended for the EMA, so there's a good chance that NIO will pull back in the short term. But for me to be bullish in the long term, we need to get back above the $13 and 20 cents level, 30 cents level, this horizontal line that I have right over here. But until then, I'm going to be bearish. So in the short term, obviously, there is some indecision going on. There's a good chance to see higher prices, but in the higher time frame, this is a downtrend, and we're just probably going to be seeing a pullback for more downside. So that's all I have for NIO. Basically, NIO came back inside of this yellow range that I drew. The highs are pretty clear. This is a pretty clear resistance level that NIO is unable to pass through at the low 13s. The lows aren't as clear, but you can still see there's some type of double bottom right over here back in May of 2023. This looks like a range pattern. So since we just came off the highs and we had a breakout out of the highs of the range and price comes back in the range, we can go down to the lows of the range because that's the range rules. If we have a range, price will go like this. I mean, obviously that's just textbook. Sometimes, you might see pushes out. Sometimes price may hit a bottom and unable to go to the high. So that's more realistic. But either way, this is looking like a range pattern. Huge move down. I'm not really seeing any strength from the buyers yet. Actually, it's looking more bearish than bullish, but at least in the short term, we could be seeing a short-term bounce up, a small bounce up. So let's take a look at the weekly chart, and weekly chart shows that, price is just stumbling around at the mid $10 level. It doesn't have to go down lower. Like I said before, I would be bullish if we can break above the $13 level and stay out of it, stay away from it. I would be definitely looking for higher price targets. But until then, it looks like we're just setting up for another drop down lower. So that's all I have for NIO on the daily and weekly charts. It is bullish. You could say that, since NIO is outside of this trend line, the downtrend is definitely probably played out for the most part. Like you could say that NIO is probably going to be bottoming around this area, more than any other time in the past, like here or over here, because we're outside the trend line. The price is kind of curling over. You say it's a rounding bottom. So, that's a good sign, especially when it's doing it at the prior lows. So I would say NIO, in the long term, it could be bottoming out right over here. But in the short term, it's not really looking that bullish just yet. So that's all I have for NIO on the daily and weekly charts. And I'll probably give you guys an update on Wednesday, right after the earnings report. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.